We had people writing in. We had discussed how do you set boundaries and ask for what you need in your relationship, and what if your partner does or doesn't want to. Like, do you date your species and just ask for things that isn't in their sweet spot, or do you ask for what you want and trust their agreement to it?
That was the video where we argued.
We argued.
Yeah, people love that. Like this video if you like it when we argue. I'm Reid from ReidAboutSex.com.
I'm Cathy from TheIntimacyDojo.com.
So what's the question?
So they wanted a part 2 answer to that question, in that how can you say no to your partner's request in a way that leaves both people feeling seen, heard, and intimate? I think that's really good, because if you can't say no, then you can't make agreements that are going to be ones you can keep. If you're just saying yes and then struggling and failing, that's going to hurt the relationship. So being able to say no to your partner in a way that makes them feel cared about and that you want to be intimate with them is important.
So where I start with this is, how can you feel cared and connected when you receive a no?
So you ask them that first.
Well, because if you can figure that one out, then you have more ability in the situation to feel loved, honored, and cherished. That's a phrase I like. And you can figure out your needs around feeling loved, honored, and cherished, or, seen and respected when somebody else says no. So you can train your partners and train yourself in how to get your needs met, which is just a better strategy in life. Because if you don't have that stuff figured out, and it might take you a while, or maybe you'll never figure it out, if you can figure it out and then share that with your partners and share that with yourself so that you can source your own needs. It's not about being so independent that you don't need other people.
Right.
But without that, you have so much less control over your life. And I think that's a better use of resource.
Right. Well, I think for me, it would go back to love languages. My 2 highest ones are words of appreciation and touch. So if someone said, honey, I understand that you'd really like me to communicate differently about whether I'm going to spend the night with my girlfriend or not. I really want to find something that will work. And your request that I stay over there or sleep on the couch doesn't feel good to me. I'm a no. Let's figure something else out. So like someone touching me gently, letting me know they care, that would help me feel loved and intimate. Different people have different ways of receiving that, and the 5 love languages are a good place to start that. Okay. So maybe working with that and practice saying no. Like, I've done this a lot with clients. I've also done it with friends. Just declare, I'm going to be a no person for the next couple hours, and practice. And everything they ask, you say no to, and you can change your mind later. But it lets you practice and get that muscle built up and realize that neither of you are going to freak out if you say no. Like, so if you're withholding the little no's, it's going to be really hard to with the bigger no's. The things are important.
Now, the other thing is, this is not true for everyone, and I could be wrong. Whatever stuff, imagine as a thought exercise that no one is ever going to say yes to you in your relationships. You will get no's from now till you die. This is a happy exercise, by the way. That was being funny. What does that bring up for you?
So you just say, honey, will you not sleep with me? And they have to say no.
You can't use reverse psychology, okay? All right. So don't be a dick like Cathy. But a PhD dick. But when you realize that your loved ones might never be a yes, and you can track what that kicks up, odds are it goes back to childhood. Now that's just odds.
Yeah, but it could also have needs that aren't getting met now.
Yeah, but the emotional stuff that comes up around never getting your needs met, for most people, is a childhood thing. Track that and go work on that, because it will sometimes affect or raise the stakes in a way that's actually not real anymore. Yeah. But it's triggering and unleashing a childhood response that is so powerful that you you are no longer living in the present.
Mm-hmm.
So and then what ends up happening is your partner, your loved one, is now a substitute for mom or dad. And that does not a best relationship make. And the reason I can say this is I've done that work
Mm-hmm.
and know that about me. So when I know that I'm doing that with my partner, I can be like, oh, you're not my mom or dad.
Yes, but sometimes if you're living with someone or have a deep relationship, you have needs that you've agreed to meet for each other.
We're going to go to the next video on this one because I know what this is about. So leave your comments about this, and then we're coming back with restitution.
Okay.
In relationships. Dun, dun, dun!
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to subscribe to my social media, it's right there. And please subscribe to this channel there. If you'd like to see more goofy Reid and Cathy, there's more videos there.
See them. Why are they there?